potential crimes that he and his White House could be charged with, and found pardons for other people to lay the groundwork. The connection, the timing, and the underlying crimes just are too coincidental that line up with the Russia investigation.
You know, it's interesting. Preet Bharara, who was the U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York, who prosecuted the case against D'Souza, he had this to say on Twitter, and Preet is now a CNN contributor, as you know. Quote, "The president has the right to pardon, but the facts are these. D'Souza intentionally broke the law, voluntarily pled guilty, apologized for his conduct, and the judge found no unfairness. The career prosecutors and agents did their job, period." D'Souza responded with a tweet of his own, quote, "Bharara and his goons bludgeoned me into the plea by threatening to add a second redundant charge carrying a prison term of 5 years. Karma is a bitch department. Preet Bharara wanted to destroy a fellow Indian American to advance his career. Then he got fired and I got pardoned." Does it strike you, Susan, as unusual to see an exchange like this following a presidential pardon?
Sure. So it's sort of astonishing, right? I think what we're seeing Preet do is stand up for the rule of law, stand up for the integrity of his institution. Now, he's acknowledging that the president has the right to nullify that decision, but I do think he's hinting at the ways in which the president's use of this power, does undermine his own Department of Justice.
What do you think, Professor?
Yeah, it's remarkable. Usually when people have pardons like this, they show more appreciation rather than anger. So it's pretty remarkable. There's also the vengeance aspect of going after Preet Bharara. Notice Comey was also one of the prosecutors involved with another one of these prosecutions of Martha Stewart. So there's that angle. I do want to suggest that these could be challenged. If one of these potential defendants, like, let's say, Donald Trump Jr. or Manafort or Michael Cohen, goes into court and says, "I have a pardon," I think that there is standing for a prosecutor to say these pardons are not valid, to make this constitutional argument to a judge, and for a judge to agree that those pardons are not valid. So there is a potential step-by-step constitutional argument to watch for if Trump is playing this out to use these pardons unfaithfully.
That could wind up before the U.S. Supreme Court, as we all know as well. Professor Sugarman, thanks so much for joining us. Susan, you'll be back. Thanks to you as well. Up next, more breaking news. North Korea's former spy chief, right-hand man to Kim Jong-un, will deliver a letter from the dictator to President Trump. Are the two sides